What if you don't have a purpose? What if there's no grand mission written in the stars for you? No secret destiny waiting to be uncovered? No true path to stumble upon? What if all of that, the idea that you were meant for something specific, is a story we were taught, not a truth we were born with? That's a terrifying thought, right? But sit with it for a moment. Let it breathe. What if that thought, the absence of a fixed purpose, is not the end of meaning, but the beginning of freedom? We've all heard it. Find your passion. Discover your calling. It's everywhere. In graduation speeches, self-help books, career advice, motivational reels. The myth goes like this: everyone has one true purpose, and once you find it, your life will make sense. You'll be fulfilled, aligned, unstoppable. But have you ever wondered, where did that idea even come from? Because it hasn't always been this way. Historically, people didn't search for their purpose in the way we do today. In traditional societies, your path was mostly chosen for you. By your community, by necessity, by survival. There was no pressure to follow your bliss. You simply did what needed to be done. Then came religion, promising a divine calling, a life woven into a larger spiritual narrative. Later, the industrial age introduced the idea of career as identity. And more recently, pop psychology wrapped it all in a shiny new package. Find your thing, do what you love, never work a day in your life. But here's the problem. For many, that search becomes a burden, a source of anxiety. The more we chase this elusive calling, the more it seems to slip away. And the longer we go without finding it, the more we feel like we failed. Have you ever felt that pressure? That whisper in your head asking, what if I never figure it out? That guilt that comes when you're not lit up every day by some burning passion? You're not alone. The truth is, the idea of having one fixed purpose might be more paralyzing than empowering. There's a paradox here. The more desperately we search for meaning, the harder it becomes to feel it. Because purpose isn't something you find in a book or a meditation retreat. It's not a hidden message waiting to be decoded. It's something you create, not in some grand cinematic moment, but in tiny, quiet decisions, in showing up, in doing things that matter to you, in helping someone, making something, learning, sharing, listening. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to discover some secret identity, because maybe your purpose isn't a fixed destination. Maybe it's a practice, a rhythm, a way of living. Maybe the question isn't, what am I meant to do? Maybe it's, what feels meaningful right now? That's a very different question. It's softer, gentler, but no less powerful. Let me tell you something that's easy to forget. You are allowed to evolve. You're allowed to change your mind, to outgrow what used to excite you, to shift paths, not because you were wrong before, but because you're growing now. There are people who found their thing at 50. There are people who never had one thing, but found joy in many things. There are people who lived quietly, simply, and still changed the world for those around them. There's meaning in that too. There's meaning in being a kind parent, a curious learner, a good friend. There's meaning in showing up for your life, even when it doesn't feel profound. Especially then, you don't need a spotlight to live a meaningful life. You don't need a brand, a mission statement, a 5-year plan. You just need to be awake to what matters today. So if you're feeling lost, behind, or directionless, let me say this as clearly as I can. You are not broken. You are not late. You are not meaningless. You're just human. And being human is not a straight line. It's messy, complex, beautiful in ways that don't always announce themselves. You don't need to know your why before you start. Start and let the meaning emerge. Start and let your life surprise you. Start, not because you found your purpose, but because you're willing to live without needing one carved in stone. Some people spend their whole lives trying to find themselves, but maybe your real power is that you can make yourself, not because of some cosmic script, but because you're alive. You get to choose, so don't wait for permission. Don't wait for clarity. Don't wait for the universe to whisper something magical in your ear. Live like someone who's writing meaning with every step. Live like someone who doesn't need to find their path, because they're walking it, one quiet, imperfect moment at a time, not to find a purpose, but to become the kind of person who brings purpose to whatever they touch.